Points. Well, howdy there, partners, and welcome to another episode of the Broad Points Podcast. I am your host, the Broad That Points, the Broad with the Points. It's me, Tyler, the lady. And to start off this podcast, I would like to say that feelings are not facts. Ooh. Feelings are not facts. What the heck are feelings, right? What are feelings? Well, feelings are an emotional state of being, or they're a belief, right? Think about all those times when you said, I had a feeling. Feelings, they're just a part of being human, and they're healthy. I mean, I think about, really there are about 6 different emotions total. We can use different words for them, but there's about 6 of them. And through all of these, some of them may have been labeled, right? With some judgment. We may have put some judgment on some of these emotions. I know anger is one, for example, that everybody's like, oh my God, you can't be angry. Don't be angry. It's not appropriate to be angry. Or sad, right? Like sad is, don't be sad, don't cry. Nobody wants to see you cry, right? Think about how many times people say that. Like everybody just wants to see happiness. Like that's a realistic expectation to have for human beings on this planet. I'm sorry. I'm here to tell you it's not realistic. We're versatile beings. Different things trigger different thoughts, right? Are your thoughts and your feelings connected? Oh my gosh, yes they are. And what else are they attached to? Our actions? Say it isn't so. Well, guess what it is? Emotions, they're caused usually by our thoughts, our feelings. They don't just pop out of nowhere if we take the time to sit with ourselves and ask ourselves, why is this occurring? Some things may pop up. A lot of the times we're not doing that. A lot of the times in today's society, we're a very knee-jerk response kind of society. We really are, whatever we're feeling in that moment, we're just going into action immediately, rather than thinking things through. Oh my gosh, you're allowed to think things through, huh? What does that look like? Honestly, it really is just, it's like having a conversation with yourself. It's like having a conversation with one of your best friends, which, I don't know why I never thought of myself as my best friend until very recently. It was, I always thought I needed to talk to myself as if I was my best friend so that I could be nicer to myself. I had real harsh self-talk, you guys. That internal monologue for me, it was so brutal. And, sure, no one's perfect. Some thoughts can still creep back in, but really these days, I am my best friend. I am building the life that I want, and to that, I commend myself. More and more often these days, I find myself really in agreement with the phrase, I love my life. And it's not just because my life has, really changed drastically by itself in the last few years. No, I have been making conscious efforts to really push myself down the path towards the life that I want to live and do the things that I want to do in this life. We only have so much time, you guys. So what are we waiting around for? And when I went through coaching, I was really, and honestly, therapy too. I've done therapy too. Cognitive behavioral therapy is really, it's the science behind the connection between our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. And recognizing that those 3 things are intertwined allows us this new strength. It allows us a new choice to be made. Do we want to feel this way? Do we want to think this way? And by recognizing whether we're either okay with what's happening or if we would like to see change, we can alter our actions by choosing to think differently. Ooh, yes, you guys, we can choose to act differently based on what we are thinking. Prime example for this is athletes in extreme weather. Why do I say weather? Well, if you're down here in the desert, you may be an athlete who has trained in extreme heat. Or honestly, crazy winds, maybe even a haboob. What's a haboob? What'd you call me? I didn't call you anything, honey. Haboob. It's a weather event, is what we'll call it. And it is when somewhere else, honestly, it doesn't even happen in this desert, in a different desert, somewhere else, thunder, lightning, and the downward pressure of the lightning like shoots all the way through the desert because there's nothing blocking it. In the desert, there's no trees. Not really. Not in like the real desert. There's not a lot of trees. So it pushes all this downward energy and then it causes this crazy windstorm. And because there's no grass holding the dirt down, it's just all sand and dust out here. It just blows everywhere. There was this time actually, Matt and I were driving out to Bring Me the Horizon in LA. And we had stopped, gotten food, and then went to go get on the freeway. And it was so crazy. The visibility becomes, honestly, maybe 20 feet in a haboob. It's nuts. And so we got on the freeway driving the exact wrong way of the way that we needed to be going. We were driving east instead of driving west. We were actually driving deeper into the haboob. And so we had to turn around and go back the other way, but you can only drive so fast. We made it with plenty of time, I will say. Bring Me the Horizon is one of my favorite bands to go and see. I couldn't even tell you at this point how many times I've seen them, but I will tell you I'm going to see them again this year. I just can't get enough of them. Oli Sykes, man. Oli Sykes, just like bringing that tormented soul to life and just vocally so talented. If you're not really into, I don't know what band genre you would call this, emo, screamo, metal. I don't know. I don't care. I'm bad with labels. If you couldn't tell, I don't like labeling things. I don't think it's necessary. I just think I can find enjoyment. I think I can label things as I enjoy that. With that, I think it's the perfect time to get into the fundamental phrase for the week. The fundamental phrase this week is ceilings are man-made. Yeah, you heard it correctly. Ceilings. They're man-made. That glass ceiling that we all build for ourselves, it is meant to be broken through. Yes, yes indeed. People are the real problem on this planet. We really are, for so many things. There's really no problems without people. With everything else, we just live and flow and just go naturally. Watch a tree grow, watch an animal. Life takes over. What's meant to happen will happen. And people, as smart as we are, we can be so stupid. We could be so stupid because we're willing to listen to what other people say. We're willing to listen to the doubt. We're willing to listen to the criticism. And not to the point of where it's constructive and we move forward and we build and we grow and we attain our goals. No, a lot of the times what's happening is people are going into that recluse stage. They're finding that level 1, right? That apathy, retracting from the situation rather than saying, this is what I needed to push myself forward. And I think knowing that ceilings are man-made, I mean, one, that gives you opportunity, but two, it also gives you power. By knowing that the only limits that we set on ourselves are what we believe. It's what we think. Again, our thoughts cause our feelings, cause our action. So if we feel a fear like we can't do something, what's the thought behind that? What's really happening here? And honestly, this phrase, I mean, I can't even tell you how many times that I have thought that I was not able to do something. And I'll tell you right now that anytime I think that I can't do something, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's, it's just me getting in my head thinking about how much I can't do it. In all of these dance classes that I do, when they show me a new move, I'm not like, oh, no way, my body doesn't do that. I'm like, okay, let me try. And I think the more we try, that's practice. That's the more practice that we're putting in to this project that we call life, right? It's more progress that we're putting into this pathway that we're paving on the way to our perfect life. And yes, there is no perfect, for sure, but we're making progress, you guys. We're going towards our goals. We're actually choosing what we want to think. We're choosing what will help our lives. What do you want to believe? I mean, there were years ago when people thought we would never go to outer space. Now people are thinking we're going to leave this planet and go live in outer space. I personally just don't want to do that. I really enjoy this planet. I don't understand why we're not trying to just, be nicer to the planet than leave the planet. But I mean, hey, if everybody that wants to leave the planet just left the planet, maybe, the people on the planet could enjoy it a little more. Honestly, though, you guys, this fundamental phrase is the perfect time to introduce the final level of the 7 levels of energy. Yes, you guessed it. It's the 7th level. The 7th level of energy, it's really about non-judgment. It's about absolute passion. And that core action or result from those thoughts and emotion is creation, right? When we're in level 7, there is no winning or losing. It's all just an illusion. The game doesn't even really exist. Everybody always calls this the game of life. Honestly, though, my sister really does enjoy the game of life. She really enjoys having a wife and as many kids as she could possibly have when she plays the game of life. It's really fun to play with her. Way better than Monopoly with the fake money. But, the game of life. Everybody really does think it's a game. Everybody thinks that they're trying to win. Charlie Sheen didn't help with his I'm winning or winning thing. Everybody is obsessed, right, with competition, with love. But it's really got a lot of conditions on it. Whereas when you are in level 7 energy, nothing matters. You're just able to be. Rather than, I wish I was this, or I forgive you for this, or I hate myself for this, or I hate you. We can just choose, I am. I am existing. I am being. I am listening to my intuition. I am in control of my thoughts. The fun thing about this, right, is that we don't have to try. We don't have to try to force ourselves. We just get to be. And authenticity is one of the things that I will preach about the most. Whatever it is that you find authentic to you is what you want to pursue. And level 7 energy, you guys, I mean, 6 and 7 are where I want to be all of the time. I mean, we can't really. I mean, if we were level 7 all the time and, cars were not a threat, right? There's no issue. There's no winning or losing with a car driving super fast down the highway. I could just walk out in the middle of the street. Nothing's going to happen. Hey, guys, I hate to break it to you. There are some rules in this life that we are partaking in. And you can't possibly be in one level all of the time. It's just not possible. However, by knowing these levels, you are able to choose where you want to be, right? And it's all about the choice in this life. If other, athletes, if an athlete from a rainy city, for example, were to come down to the desert and try to play, they might be exhausted because of the heat. They might think they might not be able to do it. Whereas if the roles are reversed, the hot team might find issue with the wet team. Right? There's just all of these different things that could be affecting people based on their thoughts. Right? Whereas if you just play and you don't think about the external factors, because that's really what it is the external factors can come in to our way and they could try and veer us off course, or, it's not like anybody's trying to make you believe something unless, actually, possibly, are you in a cult? If you're in a cult, you could be under the influence of what some other people may want you to believe. I don't believe that anybody should be telling you what to think. I don't believe that anybody should be telling you what to believe. I'm a firm believer that those are your choices. That is a part of the freedom of this life. And it's funny that the word freedom is coming up right now, actually, because I feel like for so long, that was really what I was looking for. I was trying to find freedom. No matter where I went, I wanted freedom. I wanted peace. And I just couldn't find it. I just couldn't. Everywhere I went, I wanted freedom. Couldn't figure it out. Then I found out. Hello. Then I found out I get to choose my beliefs. Right? It's not about really what somebody knows. Because, we could have two people that know the same exact thing, went to the same exact school. These two sports teams that I keep referencing, they know the rules of the game. Right? We could be on level playing fields on all things outside of the external factors. The external factors. And the external factors, are they really affecting us? Or is it just affecting what we think? And so for me, when I really found freedom was when I started to really change that internal monologue. It's like I broke free from the chains so that way I could just let it out. I could just let me be me. Whatever was going to happen, pretty, ugly, whatever we want to label it, whatever society wants to label it, I didn't care. I just wanted to be. And honestly, shout out to Matt for allowing me to just be. It hasn't always been pretty, but he has loved me through it all. And that is really amazing and incredible. And it really, it has given me a great example to learn, to really learn to be nicer to myself. Because I think, would Matt ever say this to me? Probably not. Matt would not really say a lot of negative things to me. It's all a choice, you guys. It's all a choice. And so, with this last 7th level of energy, I do have an offer for you. Over the month of June. Yes, you guys, it's June now. Where has the year gone? This is the month that I go to Europe. I am very, very, very excited. Pictures will be coming, stories will be coming, more podcasts will be coming. And, it's the perfect time, the month of June, before I leave, to see where you're resonating on these energy levels. Yeah, are you curious? Have we gone through 1 through 7 now? And you're kind of wondering, where exactly do you gravitate towards? What level are you at on your day-to-day basis? Do you maybe want to make some changes? Are you feeling like maybe you're stuck in some lower levels of energy and you want to move towards a place of non-judgment? Hey, guess what? I've got an offer for you. I am doing an ELI, an Energy Leadership Index. That gives you your profile of the energy levels. You take a test, and I elaborate on what your results are so that you can gain clarity on where you want to focus your energy, on what type of energy you want to bring towards this life. I am offering this for a low price of $200. This test, you guys, it's got like a $600 value. So $200 for this is quite the steal. I'm willing to do it June or July because I only have a couple months in June. I'm willing to extend this offer. June or July, reach out to me. Mention that you are a Broad Points Podcast Ladybug. Or listener if you don't associate with Ladybug, but, tomato. And I will send you the link and we can set up a time to go over your Energy Leadership Index. And maybe you don't care about your energy. Maybe what you really care about is your feet. You're noticing that your shoes these days, they're so tight. They're so tight on your little tootsies. Your toes, they're all jammed up in there. They want freedom. Your toes, they want freedom. I'm sorry, you can't think out of tight shoes. You could try to forget that they exist. Honestly, I used to wear some tight shoes where, at the end of the day, I couldn't even feel them because I had disassociated from them so much. I don't have to do that anymore with Xero shoes. Yeah, Xero with an X, you guys. Xero with an X. They are a minimalist shoe, a barefoot shoe, where I'm allowed to spread out my toes and make connection with this great planet that we live on. And I love it. I love it so much that they gave me a Xero affiliate link, which means you can use this Xero affiliate link, buy your shoes, and simultaneously pay me when you do it. If this is an offer that you're interested, please go to xeroshoes.com/go/Tyler the Lady. And if you do want to reach out to me about that ELI offer, that's something you're interested in. If you want to talk to me maybe about how much you love your Xero shoes that you bought, I don't know your life, please do it. You can find me on social media at Broadpoints or at Tyler the Lady. And if you would like to send me an email, you absolutely can. broadpointspodcast@gmail.com. And hey, you guys, maybe you want to go to that website that I built to see some of my art. Maybe you're just looking for a little bit of light on a dark day. I don't know. You can go to my website. It is tylerthelady.com. Yeah, it's there. It's flourishing. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. We're doing all of the things that we said we were going to do because no one can stop us but us, you guys. We are the only one that is truly standing in our way. And with that, let's say that fundamental phrase one more time to wrap this up. Ceilings are man-made.